What's happening? Yep, another one. This is your boy Mr. B here for the B sides of the fight game. Yes, sir. Uh, doing this here on Twitch, YouTube, OK Live. Um, I'm here. It's Wednesday, January 10th. Yesterday was my great nephew's birthday. He turned 9 on the 9th. That's crazy. Um, super happy for that. Super happy for that. Um, yeah, man. Hope you guys are doing good. I'm doing good. Week is good so far. Can't complain. Well, can't complain. There was traffic today. Traffic was kind of crazy here today. Um, Other than that, can't really complain. I like the cold, so it's all right. Hope you guys are having a good week though so far. Hope last week was good for you. Um, yeah, man, been chilling. You know, doing everyday things. You hear the people in the background somewhat, the usual suspects. But yeah, um, didn't have much broadcasting to do on OK Live last week. Last week we only had the Virgil Ortiz fight. Ortiz versus Lawson was last weekend. Um, that was the one thing I really wanted to pay attention to more than anything else, really. Um, it was a good boxing event. The main event was Tony Weeks. Tony Weeks kind of effed that up. But I will say, though, it did turn out pretty good. The other fights turned out good. Just that main event kind of was. It was bad. It was bad, considering the fact that Ortiz didn't fight in a while, and he was coming. He came into here at it was somewhat of a catch weight. It was supposed to be super welterweight during middleweight, but it was somewhat of a catch weight. Instead, it was 156. Because I think Ortiz was a little bit heavy. Um, so he came in and they fought. They had the fight, but the fight got stopped way too early. Um, it was just a little bit under the round. It got stopped. Virgil did look okay. Quick hands. He came in. He threw a nice little barrage. He rocked Frederick Lawson, with a straight hand. This was a jab. It was a power jab. Left hand power jab, and then he kind of went in there through a flurry, a barrage, I'll say, because there was some strong shots, but the majority of them weren't going through the defense of Lawson. But Tony Weeks came in and decided he should stop the fight early. Then said that he felt that Lawson was in trouble. I don't know. I just think Weeks called that joint way too early. He did call it way too early. That's what happened. It stopped. They stopped it. Ortiz was disappointed, but it wasn't Ortiz's fault. And Lawson hadn't fought in a while. He just picked up his fight here. Dude thought that he was never gonna box again. He was told he wasn't gonna box. He managed to have a fight, then get this big opportunity here, and freaking ref, cost him a chance, to show what he's worth. And that was that. But in slew of that, the rest of the fights, not bad. We had a first round stoppage. Emiliano Gandara out of Mexico beat Isaac Matamoros. Yeah, Matamoros. I said that right. At middleweight, Arnold Barboza Jr. had a really good showing against Zaslani Dongeni. Yeah, out of South Africa. They had a corner stoppage. I remember seeing that in the 8th round. This dude was getting lit up, man, and it just got worse and worse and worse. And the corner kind of said, like, yo, one dude was like, let him go. The other dude, like, nah, we're not letting him go. They had a towel there. So it was like, yo, we stopping this fight, man. The dude was like, yo, either you're going to continue, I'm going to stop it here. They stopped it. Yeah, it was kind of a messy situation there, but Barboza was going through him. It looked competitive early in the fight. This was at lightweight, super lightweight, actually. And it looked it looked competitive. The first couple rounds looked competitive, but then the following rounds, like the first 3 rounds or so, looked competitive, 3, 4 rounds. But then after that, it just started going one-sided. It started getting real one-sided. So Barboza won. Zalasani, there you go. Zalasani Doneni. We have Raul Curiel for Elias Diaz. That one was kind of all right, and then it was like, damn. Curiel had a stronger shots, just way stronger shots than Diaz. Looked to be the bigger dude, bullied Diaz here in the welterweight clash. Pretty much stopped him. It was a bunch of really, really good shots. Really good shots, man. Curiel continues his storm through 14-0 now. Ain't good. He's a good dude, man. I think he was in the Olympics. If I remember correctly, yeah, he was in like Olympics. He did pretty well for himself. Went out there, handled business. Then we had the co-main event for the interim WBA World Super Lightweight title. The interim, yeah, between O'Hara Davies and Ismael Barrosos. Now, I talked about O'Hara Davies. I did not know O'Hara Davies got signed here. I thought O'Hara was coming in here, with his management team, whatever. O'Hara got signed by Golden Boy in this one. Now, with De La Hoya signing this man, it was the interest to get this man to come in here, fight this fight, get the win, and then challenge Rolly Romero. That was the goal. That was the goal. De La Hoya will have O'Hara Davies to fight Rolly. Then they could go and book this fight with Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. All that went to shit on Saturday. All in one round. In under 3 minutes. Ismael Barroso walked in there. O'Hara Davies was trying to throw punches and make Ismael get winded, overwork himself, and then he would work. Nah. O'Hara tried to get a little bit crafty. He tried to get a little sneaky. He met the right hand of Barroso. Boy, did he meet this right hand of Barroso. This dude gets dropped. Within the first minute of the fight, he gets dropped. He gets back up. He tries to play countermeasures. Did not work. He did not expect any of that power to touch him the way it did. And you can see on Davies' face. Davies was 23-2 going into this fight. And man, oh man, not even 25 into my fault. I keep saying 23, 25 into. Real slick dude, man. Could have boxed a way better fight than he did on Saturday. He was feeling himself. He thought he could have just go out there and Barroso wasn't gonna, Barroso wasn't gonna find the power. He wasn't gonna have the technique to deal with him. He got dropped again. And he got dropped bad. Bad. They stopped the fight. That stoppage, I agree with, because if he would have walked out there again, he was going to get stiff. He was going to end up stiff. KO, light as a feather, stiff as a board. Or Howard Davies would have probably been carted out, maybe. Who knows? But it wasn't going to look good. Or Howard Davies got dropped, man. That was bad. Ismael Barroso avenges the loss to Rolly Romero. Gets a second opportunity now to fight for that WBA title. Boy, oh boy. Ismael Barroso now faces Rolly Romero. Talk about throwing a chink. Because now, look at that. You had O'Hara Davies signed. Supposed to come in here, beat this old dude, fight Rolly. Nope. Done. Now this dude's over here, and he can get the opportunity to refight Rolly. But Ryan Garcia's out here now. I guess he talked to Floyd. Him and Floyd had a conversation. Yo, fight my dude Rolly. And not for nothing, I'd rather Ryan Garcia fight Rolly Romero than Ryan Garcia try to go fight a dude like Devin Haney. Haney too sharp. Haney way too sharp. You seen what he did to Prograis. If you see what Devin Haney did to Prograis and a guy like Camboso. You seen what Gervonta Davis did to Ryan Garcia. Nah. You gotta have a dude like Ryan Garcia get a challenge. Fight a dude like Rolly. Because Rolly's goofy, but Rolly will give you the fight that you need. As far as he's a young guy, he can box, he has power. He moves like Ryan Garcia does. They move similar, the height's similar. You could get that type of fight. And Rolly will sell that fight. Rolly will sell that fight. He'll be goofy. He'll talk the crap to sell that fight. That's cool. That fight, it will be worth watching it because it's two young guys, two young dudes, similar, flamboyant. You know what I mean? Go out there. They'll handle their business. Worth it. Definitely worth it. Even though De La Hoya's out there, no, we're going to make the fight against Haney. Nah, because he's trying to go and get money. Ryan Garcia, you got to have Ryan Garcia fight guys, like really fight guys. And coming off a loss, you know what I mean? You lost to Tank. He got the win back. Respecting him in his last fight, he had got his win back. He got that finish. But against the other De La Hoya dude that he signed there, De La Hoya has signed. The Duarte guy. That Duarte dude. But still, Duarte is a heavy-handed dude. You still managed you work through him, you beat him. That's cool. But that's not like, you know what I mean? Get back in the win column. The big name is Rolly. Rolly got a belt. Fight Rolly. Get your, you know what I mean? Just go out there with a game plan. You got the right coach now, the right trainer. They're going to give you what you need, the ability. You're not just there head hunting. You're going out there to learn to box. Because I don't know what the hell. You know what I mean? You was doing all right. Then they gave you Goose, and your ass should have stayed with Canelo. When Canelo was telling you what to do, you wasn't listening to him. And that's what got you in this goofball mess in the first place. But now you there with Derrick James, and you can do what you got to do. Get better. I can't get mad at that. You know what I mean? I talked about the Riyadh joint. Riyadh is coming soon. Riyadh season and Ganu, uh, Joshua for March. I think it's like somewhere either March 6th or March 9th, something like that. Um, I talked about it previously. They're trying to get Deontay Wilder on that card. There's gonna be a couple other guys on that card. I'm keeping an eye out for that. I'm keeping the vision. The vision is clear for that. You know what I mean? I'm looking forward to it. I know. Yeah, Joshua's gonna fight this dude. Philippe Hrgovic is supposed to be in the run-ins to be fighting Joshua after that fight. Deontay Wilder may show up on that card again. I don't know who he's gonna face. Zhang may show up somewhere around there as well. We're gonna find out who else is gonna be on that card. So I'm keeping the vision, as I said. I'm looking and trying to pay attention to find out who's gonna be on that card. But we'll soon get a full announcement of all the guys that are gonna be fighting on that card. But since I'm talking about boxing, let's get into one of these boxing cards that are going down this Saturday. The man, Mr. Undefeated, Mr. Unified right now, WBC, IBF, and WBO World Light Heavyweight Champion, Artur Beterbiev, will be facing the UK's own Callum Smith, 29-1, defending those titles. This is high heat right here, man. High heat. You got somebody who's capable of possibly stopping the hardcore Russian right now. And Callum Smith. You know, I know Callum took a loss fighting Canelo a little while back. But since then, you know what I mean? Being Lenin Castillo, being Mateo Bordelik, yeah. Got both those wins off the Usyk Joshua card, the two fights. Both finishes. He finished Castillo with the overhand right, left hook, put out Bordelik. He fought John Ryder a while back too. In the lower class. Super middleweight. Moved up for this. You know what I mean? Callum Smith is a tough hombre, man. And he's going to give a fight to Beterbiev. Beterbiev, while managing to be able to take damage, he comes crazy. Pause that. He makes these comebacks crazy in fights, I should say. Where he's getting hurt. He's taking bad shots. All of a sudden, word, comes back, puts motherfuckers on their ass. And we've seen some of those. We've seen that rally in the Anthony Yard fight. We've seen that in the Marcus Brown fight as well. What is it? The Alexander, when he fought that dude Alexander, Vudzik, is it? He finished that guy in the 10th round, but that was that was a little bit of a back and forth. I won't lie about that. That was a little bit of a back and forth. The Denny's fight, yes. Is it Denny's or Denny's? Adam Denny's. If I remember that joint, I had watched that. I watched that. That was a little bit after the COVIDities. Um, yeah, that was the one they did. It kind of looked like a tool shed. They fought like a tool shed type gym, but it not a real not a gym, but it looked small. But it was a good spot for the fight. It was a grisly fight, but he did win. He took some serious damage in that fight, but he did come back and win. Um, the guy got heart, man, but his power just lingers. Like his power lingers throughout these fights, which is one of the more scarier um abilities that he has. He's a good puncher. He's a good counter puncher. The footwork is iffy, but that dude just likes to just go out there, and if he needs to headhunt, he'll headhunt. Sometimes he gets a little off course, but I think that's what makes his fights really exciting. Uh, we'll hope to see him retain. Whether he retains or not, we don't know. I hope he retains to see the battle of the Russians, but if not, and Smith wins, it's not going to be some miracle punch. It's going to be because this dude is going to come out. Because this dude wants to come out there and he wants to he's coming in there to take that title. That's all. Those titles. And whoever wins here will be fighting Dmitry Bivol for sure. Also, the co-main event here for the WBA International and WBC Continental America's super middleweight titles. This nice dude by the name of has been going through France. I've managed to watch a couple of his fights. I like him. Christian and Billy. He's 25 in the out of France, I mentioned. Uh nasty business he's been doing. Um they call him Salid, is it? I think. Um yeah. He's out of Cameroon, similar to Francis Ngannou. He's a young guy too. But this guy's been putting in some work in his nice run so far. In his last, we say last five. We can say his last five, or we can say his last 6 or 7. All right, I'll say his last 7. His last 7, he got about 4 finishes, 4 stoppages, and 3 decisions. But he's whooping the hell out of some folks, bro. Demond Nicholson, because that was a fight that had got canceled and he came back. He stopped that dude in the 4th round. He had 2 unanimous decisions before that. Najib Mohammedi, this fight was in 2022 in March. It was a international card, so you ain't gonna really catch that. But nasty work, nasty finish too. Slept this dude with a nasty, like I forget it was just in a combination. And he just comes out of nowhere, just boom, left hook, puts this dude to sleep. The guy got a chin, the guy got technique, but his just fast as fuck, man. He fights the Australian Rohan Murdoch. Murdoch is 27-2. This dude, nasty Australian business. He's fought on the undercard of the Sioux. Last time he fought on the Sioux card. When he was Sioux for Harrison. Poor Harrison. Won the majority decision. But other than that, a good portion of his fights, he's sleeping cats. The guy's nasty, in your face, in your face pace, relentless, no breathing room, no breathing room, nonsense. It's like he strike, he punches and counter punches with his punches, which is nasty business. But I look forward to this one. This is for the super middleweight title fight that I mentioned. I'm also Jason Maloney, who's 26-2 out of Australia. We'll be fighting Saul Sanchez, who's 20-2 for the WBO bantamweight title. Good stuff. We got a dude by the name of Imam Katayev, who's 5-0, fighting Joaquin Murrieta, who's 11-12-3 at light heavyweight. That's nasty. That's nasty. That's nasty and not in a good way. That record, 11-12-3, journeyman. Layla Baudon, who's 10-1, will be fighting Elizabeth Chavez at 130. Women's. What's that? Women's lightweight? Yeah, women's lightweight. No. Women's junior lightweight. Yeah. It's a super featherweight almost. Christopher Guerrero 9-0 versus Sergio Garcia 7-3 at lightweight. Super lightweight. Mehmet Unal, who's 7-0. Ooh, Turkish. Dragan Lepe 22-7 at light heavyweight. Moreno Fendero 3-0 versus Victor Hugo Florea 7-2 at super middleweight. Then they got a 5-0 dude fighting a 3-1 guy at super middleweight. Okay. Card don't look bad. Card look good. Go watch that card. You got time and you got funds. Go catch that. That'll be live on ESPN, ESPN Plus. Prelims will be on ESPN Plus. Main card will be on ESPN. Brought to you by Top Rank in Quebec City, Quebec. Yeah. I'll be forgetting. The Russian man does fight for Canada. Yes, if I remember correctly. Artur Beterbiev. Yes. He's out of Russia, but fights out of Quebec, Canada. That's correct. Yeah, I remember that. So catch that if you have it. That's the prelims. Start at 8. Yeah, the card starts at 10. So, yeah, prelims are on ESPN Plus. U.S. broadcast live on ESPN. But if you have ESPN Plus, you can catch it on there too. But yeah, Top Rank. Yes, sir. That's going to be on Saturday. Remember, Saturday 13th. But what will be on Friday? Yes, sir. This MMA side. Let's flip it over. So, as far as MMA is going on, let's talk about one. Now, one is back. One will have their Friday fights. We're gonna have the Friday fights in the morning. Woo! Sorry, guys. That's Friday fights 47. There you go. I gotta go backwards. Sorry, guys. One Friday fights, 7:30 a.m. Eastern. That's 4:30 a.m. Pacific. Catch those on YouTube, of course. Yes, a lot of Muay Thai. There is plentiful Muay Thai. There'll be 2 MMA fights, but a lot of Muay Thai. The 2 MMA fights go as follows. Cooper Royale, 4-0 out of Australia, will be fighting 2-0 Cameron Ortikov. Yes, I gotta remember these. Is it? Is it Tajikistan? Is that Tajikistan? Uzbekistan. There you go. Uzbekistan. These flags, man. Yes, Uzbekistan. Yeah. Okay. And then we have Limbek, Akilbek, Ulu, uh, versus Kalim. Yes, Nazaroliev. Yes, Nazruloyev. Okay, Kalim Nazruloyev. Damn, that's a tongue tie. And that is Tajikistan. Yes, 8-0. See, Ulu is 8-1. Yes, and he is from Kyrgyzstan. Because we know about that. Because that is where Valentina Shevchenko comes from, and everybody will remind you, oh, she's from Kyrgyzstan. But she can speak Peruvian. But the rest of this card, pretty good Muay Thai fighters. Oh shoot, we got a Magomedov. That'll be kickboxing at 170 against a dude by the name of Alexis Nicholas out of France. That is interesting. Ferrari Fairtex. We'll be fighting Antar Kassam. This should be fun. 145 Muay Thai. That's 135. Kassam is out of Belarus. I like that. Ferrari is out of Thailand. So that's okay. We got a couple more Muay Thai. Well, Thailand versus Thailand. We got Thailand versus Brazil. And Pwangulang Bonaramba versus Ruam Philippe. Philippe is out of Brazil. This will be a 125er. Okay. Darren Rowland out of Paris, France versus Sitsarawat, sir? Okay. Sitsarawat. Okay. But the main event is Suakim versus Alexei Baliko. Baliko is out of Russia. Suakim is out of Bangkok, Thailand. And his record's going to probably be something insane. 28 years old. I bet the record is probably close to 100 because Muay Thai fighters roll like that. The Thai fighters do, at least. Beast modes. But there's 12 fights on the card. So 10 of them will be Muay Thai fights, and 2 of them will be MMA bouts. But it's what happens on Friday night, though. Friday night, as one fight night 18, Gasanov versus Tech. Shamil Gasanov fights Ho Tech O, or Oho Tech. There you go. Oho Tech. Or Oho Tech. Yeah, I will say Tech. That's the headliner. In their featherweights. There you go. Featherweight bout. Co-main event. Suablak Torapran versus Stefan Karodi. Karodi represents Dublin. Ooh, that's a Muay Thai bout. Bantamweight Muay Thai. Like that, we got Juan Il Quan versus the homie Zol Setseg. And it's funny, Zol Setseg just fought. Senechat got God. Senechag Chagtak. That first name, man. Senechataga. There you go. Zol Setseg. There you go. Out of Mongolia. I don't know if Tony hears this. Tony gonna. Oh, you struggling with names? No, but yeah, he had a good fight, but he's been on a little bit of a struggle. I don't know. He was 1-1 last year. Um, he lost in June. I remember Framanov stopped him, Ilya Framanov, but then he beat Rui Chen, split decision win. But Framanov did, annihilated this dude and got the choke. Ilya, boy, Framanov has been on a tear. He's been on a real good tear, not gonna lie. Oh, the lighthearted but very aggressive Russian man. But yeah, this should be a good joint. Juan Il Quan, 13-4. He's fought some pretty good talent here at one. We also got kickboxing bout. Uh boy, excuse me 1 second. There you go. I was waiting for this joint to switch. Rungwari Sitsong Pinong out of the gym. Sitsong Pinong Rungwari will be fighting. Pardon me, against Shakir Al Tekridi. There you go. From Iraq. But he does train in Thailand, though. So, prepare yourselves. This will be a good bout. This should be a lightweight bout. You have it at 170, but this should be a lightweight bout. But they'll be big. Artem Balak, who's 10-3. Okay, this is okay. We'll be fine. Oh shoot, Ank Orgil Batarku. Yes. This is the dude. Orgil Batarku. He had a win his last fight. He's been on a tear for 9-fight tear, pretty much. He fought in August last year. He fought John Lowe. Yes, he beat John Lowe. I was actually cheering for Sangyao. I thought Sangyao was gonna win, but he put Sangyao away. But other than that, he's been on a pretty good tear between this MGL promotion and going on his way to one. Yeah, did not expect the finish that he got against Zhang Lao. Sangyao, man. Sangyao, he wasn't supposed to lose, but he did lose. But good submission win, though. Really good, talented guy. He looks old, but he's somewhat young. Good bout. They got Liam Nolan out of the UK versus Ali Aliyev in a Muay Thai bout. This should be very good. Ji Won Kwang, who's 10-2. Heavyweights. Yes. Yes. Against Mikhail Jamal Abdul Latif out of the Netherlands, who's 3-0. Will be making his debut for the organization against Ji Won Kwang. Ji Won Kang did fight. He fought the Canadian dude last year. This was the guy that had fought, threw a couple good punches, but pretty much got dominated on the ground. in his last fight. He did beat that dude Elliott in one round before that, but last year he fought Ben Tynan. And Tynan now with a clear win, if he gets one more win, he'd probably be fighting for the title. Um, Ben pretty much didn't want to deal with the stand up. Easily took this guy down. Although the first the first takedown was kind of tough, but the rest of them ended up becoming fairly easy, and he got the finish on Kang. We'll see how Kang does in this rebound. This should be a good match against a guy from the Netherlands. Most of the guys out in the Netherlands are mainly strikers, so this will be a pretty level matchup for him here. Then we have Bebelat Isaev versus Yuri Farkas. Another heavyweight bout, which should be a lot more stand up, not much ground. Then again, Isaev out of Russia, Sambo background possible. We'll see how it turns out. We'll probably get some wrestling. Oh boy. But then the kickoff will be Mark Abelardo out of Australia, 22-10. Wow, journeyman versus Ibrahim Dawev. Dawev. Okay, Dawev. Who's 8-1. Young cat then. Yes, this is a bantamweight fight. Let's see Dawev. I keep saying Dawev. Shit. 4-3, only one decision. 7 finishes. Coming out of ACA. Okay. This will be his one debut, but he's coming out of ACA. Ah, shit. Yeah, he got some experience for sure. And they're giving him a journeyman. Damn. I feel bad for the journeyman. The journeyman can always get an opportunity at a win. But Fairtex, he's training out of Fairtex. Yeah. He's been here the dude's been here for a minute too. The problem is he's 2-2 in his last 4. And overall he'll be 3-4 in his last 7. Shit. Yeah. Give it to the Russian. But the one card should be good though. This card should be good. We'll be on tap for this one on Friday for sure. The morning joint is on YouTube, so you could watch that on YouTube, your own discretion. But I'll be on tap for one Friday night. Yeah, because it's one on Friday. Woo. But that leaves us to our one more event. And since I'm going into this one, I'm going to talk a little bit. Pardon me. There's news. I held on to this. It was announced on Monday. It is Wednesday. 2 fights have been made. 2 fights have been made, yes. I am very scared about these 2 fights that have been made, but it's been announced and it is official. And I think they're for not UFC 299. Possibly UFC 299. Possibly. But I don't think so. I think these are going to be going into the is it not Duplessis, but these might go into later in the year. But they are there. They can actually be for the McGregor Chandler card. But I did hear about it. So I know you guys heard about it. Dustin Poirier versus Benoit Saint Denis will be happening. Also, Armin Sarukian will be fighting Charles Oliveira. Now, what in the absolute fuck is that? Wow. That is one. Two, what I said before. What I said before. That is insane. To book a fight, to make those two fights is crazy. But yeah, okay. These are supposed to be for UFC 300. These are your possible UFC 300 fights. For sure, 300 fights. Yes. Charles Oliveira, Armin Sarukian. Yeah, that's for 300. Poirier, Benoit Saint Denis may be for 299, or maybe for 300 on that. So far, let's read off the UFC 300. The rumor is that Leon Edwards is supposed to fight Bilal Muhammad on UFC 300. But I mentioned before Yuri Prohaska versus Alexander Rakic is on there. Now Charles Oliveira versus Armin Sarukian will be on that card. We have Calvin Kattar versus Aljamain Sterling and Bo Nickel versus Cody Brundage. Those are the fights. 4 of those fights are for sure happening on UFC 300. The Edwards Muhammad fight is just a rumor that's going to be happening. Now let's check out this one. Because I have to make sure. I want to make sure. Because I heard this joint on Monday. So you guys probably heard about it. Yes, it is $299. And so far, goddamn, this UFC 299 card. This UFC 299 card. I'm not even going to talk about it from the top to the bottom. I'm going to go from the bottom to the top. So they got this dude, Robelis Despagne, coming out of Cuba. Will be fighting Josh Parisian at heavyweight. Michel Pereira will be fighting my dude, Mikhail Olenjujic. God damn. Mateus Gamrot fighting RDA. Kaylin Chukagian fighting Macy Barber. CJ Fugara versus Asu Almabayev. You guys seen him last year. The dude 18-2 out of what you call it? Kazakhstan. My fault. Kazakhstan. The other Kazakhstani. Pedro Munoz fighting Kyler Phillips. Kevin Holland versus Michael Venom Page. Peter Yan versus Song Yadong. Curtis Blades versus Jalton Almeida. Gilbert Burns versus JDM Jack Della Maddalena. Dustin Poirier versus Benoit Saint Denis in the co-main. Sean O'Malley versus Marlon Vera for the UFC Bantamweight Championship. That is your UFC 299 card. Throw me out of a window. That is insane. That card is nuts, and I hope nothing messes up that card. That's beast. That is beast. UFC, you're outdoing yourselves. The 299 card is that solid. You gotta. Whoo! Whoo! The Blanchfield Furo card, I think I talked about that one a little while ago. But so far, Blanchfield Furo, Vienna Jandidoba, Lupita Godinez, Andre Pachowski versus Jacob Malkoon. That's a grappler's delight right there. Bruno Silva versus Chris Weidman. That's beast. That is beast for Weidman. Because Bruno Silva got KO ability and he could grapple. He can grapple. He's a big 185er. He has KO power. Those hands are lightning. Oh, fuck Weidman, man. God damn. God damn. Alberg versus Reyes. Connor Matthews fighting Dennis Bajuka. They announced that fight during this week. I like that one. Dennis, he's fighting out of our way over here in New York. Has not had a good break so far. Connor Matthews, that dude is a terror. Constant pace. Constant rapid pace fighter. Just looking to break cats. Fuck. Bazuka has not had a good run since his debut. He's had it bad. He's had it bad. Sean Woodson. Woodson beat him off his feet. Jamal Emmers, less than a New York minute. Telling you, man, did not look good. He picked up a couple good wins, but man, but that's been happening so far. Got a couple other fight nights that are going to be coming out. I know the Vittori Allen joint. So far, what they got for Vittori Allen, nothing much. So I don't even want to talk about that. All I know is that Lucas Brzeski's going to be fighting his debuting dude by the name of Walter Walker out of Brazil. The last Walker I made fun of knocked out my dude unconscious. So I'm not going to do it. But the craziest thing, he knocked that dude out. Now that dude might come back and assault his whole life. Who knows? So we're going to see. But first card back in January. That's what we're talking about. First card here. UFC. I just want to let those ones out there, though. But it's craziness. I know McGregor, International Fight Week, possibly. We're going to see. It might come down sooner. It might be later. But John may fight an International Fight Week. We're hearing a lot of talk about Tom Aspinall not really feeling this whole we gotta wait for John Jones to come back to fight Stipe Miocic, and Stipe not wanting to fight unless he's fighting John Jones. Oh boy. Once again, heavyweight feels like it's in a slight standstill as far as the title is concerned. I know John is injured, but we waited 3 years to see John fight for the title. Then he gets injured, and we got to wait for him again. We got an active heavyweight here. I don't know what to tell you. But I am happy for the rest of these fights that are going on. With that said, UFC's back this weekend. Yay! We got a 12-fight card, 6 prelims, 6 main card fights. So let's get into it, man. We kick off this joint with some prelim action. Now, Yana Santos was supposed to fight, which is Yana Kunitskaya, was supposed to fight Norma Dumont. That did not happen. That got scratched. Kellen Vieira was supposed to fight Macy Chiasson on this card too. That got scratched. I am very sad about that. With that said, though, Felipe Bunes will be making his UFC debut coming off of LFA. Felipe Bunes, 13-6. This dude is real, man. He's a real good guy, real good skilled dude. Training with the Pit Bulls. He got about 11 finishes, 2 decision wins. He's never been stopped by strikes, but he's been stopped by submission twice. And has 4 decision losses. Yes, I still have this congestion, so pardon me. But yeah. Woo! The last time we seen him fight was against Yuma Horiuchi at LFA 149. Where he actually won. He fought Horiuchi. I think that was for the title, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. No, I was right. The vacant flyweight title. Yuma Horiuchi. Yeah. They fought for the vacant flyweight title. See, I be remembering these things. Really skilled guy. He's fighting Joshua Van, though. Now, he fought Horiuchi. He fought Cruz, so he's on a 2-fight win streak. He lost to Formiga, which was crazy. Formiga just showed up. That fight we did catch. That was back last year. The year before, my fault. 2022. Formiga shows up out of nowhere. Cleans this dude up. Real quick. I don't know what happened to Formiga since then. Honestly. You remember Juicy Formiga? Let me see. Yeah, Bunas was his last fight. He hasn't fought since. I don't know if he retired or not. Probably did. He is 38. But Formiga showed up. That was when he got released. He showed up. Beats Bunas easy. Leaves. Crazy. But yeah, Bunas comes up. Gets these 2 finishes. He was supposed to do fight Zalga Zumagulov. That did not happen. He's supposed to fight Dennis Bondar. He was supposed to fight Bondar as well. Dennis Bondar. Bondar hasn't looked good either. Bondar got slammed into unconsciousness by Carlos Hernandez last fight. He pulled out. You get Joshua Van. Joshua Van. Boy, oh boy, Joshua Van. What a hell of a 2023 to have. 9-1 is the young man. 22 years old. He came in and for 2023, this dude made a splash. Beats Zalga Zumagulov in June. Beats Kevin Borjas in November. Had the good 2 rounds. Those 3rd rounds, he's killing people in those 3rd rounds, boy. Talk about volume and body shots. Golly. His boxing and footwork are crazy, but his ability to overwhelm people. If the fight goes past the first round, the ability to overwhelm and put abuse on his opponents with clean head and body work. Joshua Van does. Amazing shots. Philippe got fast striking, nice submission skills, really good submission skills. If Van keeps this on the feet, he can avoid the submissions. This fight gets nasty. I will take Van on this one. No, I'm just going to tell you how the fights go, then I'll tell you who my picks will be. So, I'm going to take Van the first fight, though. But the next fight, Nicholas Mota comes back. 13-5 is Nicholas Mota. Iron Nicholas Mota. Mota's kind of had a little bit of a iffy thing going on. He was supposed to fight Trey Ogden. Nah, he did fight Trey Ogden. I remember this one. Ogden won, but they stopped the fight prematurely in the third round because Ogden damn near had the submission, but they called it off. The stupid ref. Ogden damn near had the whole fight won. But before that dude, Manuel Torres knocked this dude out with an elbow. Before that, he beat Cameron Van Camp in the first round. But then he lost to Jim Miller when Jim Miller knocked him out. I don't know what else you can ask for. This guy is getting some luck. He got one win, and he's 1-2-1 where he should be 1-3, and they should probably hand him his pink slip. But he has an opportunity to change things. He's a heavy-handed striker. He has submission skills, but he relies a lot on his striking. More so on his striking than anything. 9 wins by knockout or technical knockout. 4 losses by strikes as well. And 4 decisions. He's been submitted once. But as I mentioned, coming out of Extreme Couture, he could use grappling, but he's more known for his striking. But he's fighting Tom Nolan. Tom Nolan, 6-0. Big train Tom Nolan. 23 years old as a young guy. But he's 6'3". Damn, he's pretty fucking tall. For a lightweight, that's crazy. 4 wins by KO TKO, 2 wins by decision. He's coming to us from the Contender Series this season. He beat this dude named Bogdan Grad. I remember that. Left hook with ground strikes. That was in August. Yep. It was a good win, too. He looked good. He looked real good. He's undefeated. As a pro, he has 1 loss as an amateur. But even then, his amateur record, he had 3 unanimous decisions, and then all of a sudden he was like, yo, fuck this. Let's get these strikes going. And he was winning. He was winning with finishes. He had 1 submission, 3 wins by strikes, and he had 2 decision wins as a pro. And then the rest of those shits were finishes with the hands. It looks like the UFC know what they're doing. They matched the guy up with the guy that fights right in his alley. Mota should be able to probably pick up this one because considering it's this dude's debut, I am on shaky ground though. I am on very shaky ground. because Nolan looked really polished, and Nolan is 6'3". That is a lot. A lot. He's 6'3", and he will have a 3-inch reach advantage, where Mota is 5'9", with the 70.5-inch reach. Our boy Nolan over here will be 6'3", with a 73.5-inch reach. No, 76-inch reach. God damn. This is ugly. This is ugly. Ooh. Nah, this ain't fair. This ain't fair. Fuck, this ain't fair. Nope. The leg reach for Mota is 37 inches, 43 for Nolan. But they say 70.5 for Mota. But over here, they're saying 73 inches for Nolan in the arms. But over here, they got his reach at 76. But that height, boy, we'll see. We'll see. But Nolan does have a height and a reach advantage. Fuck. And Nolan looked very fast and very crisp on his Contender Series fight. That I remember clearly. He looked very clean and ferocious. That's why they call him Big Train. Fuck, I gotta rethink this whole thing out now. God damn. I would take the vet in this one, but 1, 2, and 1, and Ogden gave him fits. Ogden had a reach advantage, but Ogden also has the experience advantage as well. That was the whole thing too. This fight should be in Mota's alley, considering it's big punches, but that's the thing. He's not swinging with real technique. Shit. Am I gonna take Nolan? That's the whole thing. Nolan's a little bit more crisp. Mota has fought higher competition, you know what I mean? But fuck. He's coming out of Extreme Couture as well. You got to think about that. Eric Nixick should have a game plan for this man, but things haven't been clicking. But we'll see. The next fight here, this will be a featherweight fight. John Silva, who debuted Lord Assassin, yes. He came to us from the Contender Series as well. Yeah, he was on. Yep. He fought Vallejos. He had that unanimous decision. But I liked how he fought, though. Yes, he fought Vallejos. This was the dude. Yeah. Vallejos did a good showing, I won't lie. But Silva managed to take a lot of that away. Silva fought a tough fight in this one. He won by decision. But yeah, this was a tough fight. He had good striking, but he had good grappling. That was the thing. He used a mix of grappling and striking. And his striking looked really good. Weston Wilson 16-8. Oh, Weston fought. Oh yeah, he got his soul snatched. That's right. He fought Brito. That was right. Weston had the hands, but the long Brito ate through all that pretty much. And said, fuck that, and just gnawed at him pretty much. Yeah. Before that, he was 4. Yeah, he had like 3. Yeah, he came in, he had 3 solid wins. But, you know, Teruto Ishihara ate his soul. He fought on Tough Enough, but what the fuck is Tough Enough, really, when you think about it? I don't know. I don't know. Weston should be able to, but I'll take Silva. Weston has good skills, but it's just a matter of who's your competition, really. Guy who, you know what I mean? 73-inch reach. He's 6'1" at 145, too. 5 wins by knockout, 11 by submission. He's been knocked out or technically knocked out 2 times, subbed 4 times. He has no decision wins, but he's about his finishes. That's what I like, though. A guy who's really about his finishes. Win or lose, he's going to finish the fight. Oh, man. We're Silva over here. It's 11-2. He had the 1 decision. But other than that, 8 wins by strikes and 2 by submissions. I like that. This could be a nasty one, but this is a nasty return. Ooh. I'll take the Brazilian. Oh, Farid Basharat versus this one I like. I like this fight. So the first 3, I'll take Van. I'll hold Van. I'll take Nolan. I'll take Silva. But this is where we pick up Taylor Lapilus. I like to say it's French, so I say Taylor Lapilus. Double Impact. This is the dude who returned a little while ago on that last card. I think this was the card where I think it was Gone. Was it? Gone versus Tuivasa? No, Spivak. There you go. He returned and he fought, yes, the Lafran guy. He got the win. My dude took a hiatus. Was fighting on Aries. Did so good. Came back. 31 years old now. 5'6", 73-inch reach out of MMA Factory. With Cyril Gane in them. Good wrestling. Good striking. He's improved his wrestling, I should say that. But he has good striking, very calculated style. But that's the craziest thing because he's going up against the dude, the brother of Javid, Farid, 26 years old, 5'8", 71-inch reach, out of Extreme Couture, undefeated. Farid's been good, though. Think about the last couple of opponents he had. Clayton Rodriguez. He beat up Clayton. He bullied Clayton pretty much on the wrestling aspect, which I didn't even expect Clayton to really give up like that, but he did. The Damone Blackshear fight was pretty good too. How he handled Bogoso, impressive. Damone Blackshear, he struck. He scrambled a bit with the wrestler. Bashara has a sniper style with his striking. Works very well off the jab. The low leg kick. Gets his takedowns in there pretty smooth. Lapilla's takedown defense is pretty solid. He strikes too. Not as much volume as I would like to see from him though. But a fight like this, I think I'll take him. I'll take him if he has the speed and he has enough of the ability of the gas tank to defend the takedowns and keep the fight standing. I could take it. I think I could. Yeah, I'll probably take Taylor Lapillas. This is a bantamweight bout. I'll probably take him then. The next one, Marcus McGee, Gaston Bolanos, 8-1 Marcus McGee out the MMA lab. Gaston Bolanos 7-3. Who Gaston trains with again? I used to think it was American Kickboxing Academy. Oh, Combat Sports Academy. 31 years old. Dublin, California. Out of Peru. Mr. Lion Fight champion and all that. 6 wins by knockout. 2 losses by sub. He's never submitted anybody. He has 1 win by decision. 1 loss by decision. Only 2 losses by sub. Never been stopped by strikes. Aaron Phillips ate shit when they fought. Aaron Phillips, you bum. And Daniel Kerry. But yeah, man, he had a good run. Good striking. Takedown defense looks pretty good. We'll see. Because Marcus McGee, they train out there. Well, Marcus been doing good for himself, man. You know, he beat up JP. Then he beat up who was it, Journey before that. He's been alright. My dude could strike. He can wrestle, but he likes to strike. 33. MMA live. Let me see this joint real quick. Gaston Bolanos. I just want to say something. Okay, not much of a reach. Yeah, not much of a reach advantage or disadvantage. All I can say is what this fight comes down to is a game of inches. Well, is it inches really? Gaston defending takedowns well enough where he can implement his big kicks and a couple of shots here and there. Marcus McGee using the wrestling to slow down Gaston and then beat him up. Make him pay. Gaston won the last one. I'll take Marcus McGee this time around. Preston Parsons versus Matthew Semmelsberger is the next one. I'm going to take Matthew Semmelsberger automatically, even though I like Preston Parsons. 10-4. 28 years old. Elevate MMA. He got a lot of wins by submission. 9 wins by submission. He lost to Trevin Giles. His debut was split decision. He beat Evan Elder. That's the dude. But he lost to Daniel Rodriguez. Lost to D-Rod. He's fought a couple dudes. Yeah, he also lost to Mike Perry in his third pro bout. I never realized that either, that he fought Mike Perry. Yeah, my dude he got good ability, man. His wrestling jiu-jitsu blend is pretty good. He can strike, but just that he likes to strike and then get people in those situations. Problem is, if you could hurt him hard enough, you could hit him hard enough, he gonna go into that wrestler mode, and that's the problem. And Matthew Summelsberger, that's a big boy. That's a big boy, man. Summelsberger, 31, 6'1", and he's on a 2-fight losing streak. I think my dude's in need of a win. My dude will get this win here. Someone's good with his takedown defense. He's improved a bit in his takedown defense. You have a 2-inch height advantage, a 4-inch reach advantage in the punch. Yep. And I love like how he uses his straight right hand. His straight hand punches, how he combine. Well, how he throws combinations. He sets up the right hand. He always lands the right hand. And he just keeps the flow of the fight, man. I can see him taking this fight. Just gotta defend. Defend the takedowns. Keep this at range. Find your shots. That's all you gotta do. It'll be alright. The next fight is gonna be a good old-fashioned slobber knocker between these two. Andre Arlovsky, Waldo Cortez Acosta. You know Acosta comes through. The Dominican boxer. The Dominican boxer, man. 10-1. 32 years old, 6'4", 78-inch reach. And he beat Lucas Bresky. Only lost to Marcos Rogério de Lima so far. Since coming to the UFC, he's 3-1. Yep. He beat Jared Vanderer, beat Chase Sherman, lost to de Lima, knocked out Bresky. He hit Bresky with that punch that Bresky spun. He hit Bresky so hard, Bresky spun. He was like, where the hell am I? Then he dropped. Oh, shit. Hannah sent him to La La Land. And he going up as the OG, though. I like Acosta. Acosta punches. He got boxing fundamentals. He got good boxing fundamentals. You just got to learn how to check kicks better. Get a little defense, maybe. A little takedown defense, maybe. Defend kicks better. That's the one thing. He be trying to power through kicks, but you can't quite do that. Going up against the OG, 34, 22, 56 fights. God damn. Andre Arlovsky, the former 2-time UFC heavyweight champion. 44 years old, 6'3", 77-inch reach, represent American top team. Chicago, man. Belarus. He wins by finish. 17 of those by knockout, a technical knockout, 3 by submission, 14 wins by decision. He's been stopped by strikes 12 times, and 3 times he's been stopped by submission. With 6 losses by way of 7 by way of decision. Currently losing to both Dontel Mays and Marcos Rogerio de Lima. They both stopped him. Before that, 4-fight win streak. Oh, man. Let's see. What's there to say about this dude? You know, we talk about his chin. He's chinny. I'm afraid of that because Acosta got hands. He got quick hands and really good pop. Yo, really good power. Quick hands, really good power, good reflexes. If this dude gets hit in combination, I don't know what to say about Arlovsky, man. If he gets hit in combination or bites on a feint, he's screwed. You gotta tuck that chin in, keep the defense high, chop the lead leg of this man, Cortez of Costa, man. Chop the lead leg. Chop the lead leg. If you don't chop the lead leg, that man gonna chop you. And then what you gonna do? Nothing. You're gonna get beat up. So please protect your lead leg. Thank you. And for Arlovsky, do what you do best. Well, not protect your lead leg, but chop across this lead leg. Circle away from the power shots. Mix it up. Try to go for a takedown or two if you can. Make this a grizzly fight, man. A veteran-style fight. That's what you got to do. Use your strengths. Tighten up your weaknesses. Get out there. Just keep that man at just a little bit of arm's length. Get that lead leg. You could get on your skateboard early and just chop that leg, man. Just ride on your skateboard and chop that leg. Because if not, he's gonna get in there. He gonna start tap dancing on you, bro. And you don't need that. You don't need that. So the next fight is on the main card. As we get Phil Hawes versus Bruno Ferreira. Now, we haven't seen Phil Hawes fight since the Russian came and knocked him to Dreamsville. Ikram Aliskerov, man. Phil Hawes is legit 1-3 in his last 4 fights. His last 4 fights, 1-3 in his last 4. Did I say that right? 1-3. Yeah, 1-3 in his last 4. I said that right. He lost to Chris Curtis. Yeah, his only win is to Deron Winn. Deron Winn. The dude who fought at light heavyweight. And should be fine as a welterweight, but wants to fight as a middleweight. The smallest middleweight there is in the UFC. But yeah, he beat Deron Winn. Then he got knocked out by Roman Dolidze. And then he got knocked out by a 1-2 from Ikram Aliskerov. Phil Hawes, national champion, national wrestling champion, collegiate wrestling champion. He was training kickboxing. You know what I mean? He got his kickboxing together. Get smoked, man. He's training at Kill Cliff now. Look at 8 wins by strikes, 2 wins by submission, 2 wins by decision. He got stopped 4 times by strikes and 1 time by submission. Phil, man. And it always happens when he looks like he's winning the fight and then he magically just loses out of nowhere. He was winning the Aliskerov fight till he got knocked out. He was winning the what you call it fight before he got stopped too. I don't understand. Like yo, Delize, he was winning that one. Then he got stopped. Ikram Alaskarov, he was winning that fight. 1-2. You couldn't stop the 1-2. 1-2 knocked dead. Bruno Ferreira. Yeah, I know everybody was riding this dude's wave. 10-1. Big dude. The Hulk. 31 years old. 5'10", 72-inch reach. He got big KO power. I give him respect on that one. 7 wins by KO, technical knockout. 1 loss by KO. We all know who that was from. 3 wins by submission. I know. It's Ruzaboyev. Yes. Nursultan Ruzaboyev. Yes. My guy. I wish you come back. Yes. That dude came in there, caught him with a counter right hand, and then freaking ground and pound. But other than that, Bruno's big. He's not really. You say big? He's big. As in, like he's ripped. He's muscular. He could take shots. Just depending. But he knocked out Gregory Rodriguez. He knocked out the dude to get his way to getting into the UFC. Yeah, big shots, man. And you just think like he's just a big guy that just throws power punches. Nah, he sets his stuff up too. He could go for the body, switches up to the body to the head, which he's done. He did that to Gregory Rodriguez. Throws the quick leg kicks, take you off balance to throw his shots. He fights very smart. For a big dude with big power, he does fight smart, but sometimes, he tends to do that thing with people that, have striking power where they will ignore whatever is being thrown at them so they can land their shot. And it will pay off sometimes, and other times you got to pay for it. So, Bruno's going to go in there, try to cut the distance, try to cut the cage, and just look to bang on this dude, Phil Hawes. Phil Hawes got to play a game of survival mode and takedown abilities where you got to try to take this dude down, but don't get caught in those submissions because he got submission skills. So be very careful. Protect your head, both on the feet and if you end up going on the ground. I can't stress this enough, Phil Hawes. Protect yourself if you get on the ground because if not, you will get annihilated. Bruno got to defend the takedowns, throw shots. That's what you got to do. Just defend the takedowns, throw shots. If this dude Phil Hawes tries to get up on you, you can try to wrestle him a little bit, but try to throw him away and then beat him up. Who I got on this one? I want to say I got Phil, but because and between Arlovsky and Acosta, I'm gonna probably say I'm gonna take. Damn, I don't know. I'll question mark that one. I want to say I want to take Arlovsky, but I know if Cortez hits him with a 1-2 or just pops on him with something just quick, he'll be able to go in there and close the distance and rush in for the finish. But Bruno Ferreira, Phil Hawes is like, Phil, I don't want you to go and about to win a fight just to get knocked out again. But if I have to go on a pick right now and say who I think is going to win, I'm gonna take him. I'm gonna take Phil Hawes. I'll take Phil Hawes. I'll take Phil. I believe Phil will probably get it. Let's believe. Let's believe in Phil Hawes. I'll probably end up switching it to Bruno by Friday after the weigh-ins. We'll see though. But now we got Ricky Simon versus Mario Batista. Ricky Simon, number 13 in the bantamweight division. If Mario Batista wins, he can get himself ranked. This is a good fight. Two of these dudes, young Latinos in the division, both these dudes, high level, respectively. Ricky Simon's a high level wrestling / grappling game. Mario Batista has a pretty solid level striking game. Wrestling, I don't know. His wrestling kind of on and off, but then that's because of the matchups that he gets. So you don't really get to see the full potential of like what his wrestling could look like. But he's pretty solid, man. 3 wins, 9 finishes, 3 by strikes, 6 by submission, 4 wins by decision. He's been stopped by strikes and subs once. But yeah, my man's currently on a 5-fight win streak. Jay Perrin he beat, Brian Kelleher he submitted, Benito Lopez submitted, Guido Canetti submitted, Damone Blackshear won by unanimous decision. Pick up a win against Blackshear is tough, bro. But he got that. He's a fast cat, good striking, good reads. He got nasty punches. He's out of MMA lab. So you know he got a little bit of wrestling. He did show his wrestling chops against Blackshear, which was very, very interesting to see, considering how strong Blackshear is as a wrestler. He got takedowns on Blackshear. What you got to deal with a guy like Ricky Simone, whose grappling game, collegiate level, high school, collegiate, damn near Olympic level wrestling that you're dealing with when you're talking about Ricky Simone. Simone, 31 years old, representing American top team Portland. 10 wins by finish, 10 wins by decision. He's been submitted once, lost by decision once, stopped by strikes twice. Boy. He was on a fantastic 5-fight win streak, beating Ray Borg, Gaetano Perello, Brian Kelleher, Rafael Assunção, and Jack Shore. He ended the undefeated streak of Jack Shore. That's crazy. He stopped Rafael Assunção to strikes. That's crazy. But he lost to Yadong Song last fight out, man. And that one was crazy because he tried to shoot for takedowns. His takedowns got stuffed. And he paid for it with the heavy striking. See, that's the one thing, though. He doesn't have to worry about a salvo of, like, insane body shots and heavy kicks. But you got to deal with the sharpness of the strikes from Mario Batista. If there's any problem with Batista, is that Batista could get caught slipping, and that's during the strike exchanges. You could catch Mario Batista in those. You can even catch Mario Batista in that same situation, but grappling wise. Test his gas tank. Test his gas tank. I think that's what Simone's gonna do in here. Test that gas tank and see how much, if he can stop the takedowns, how many of those takedowns he gonna stop until you get him. Because once Simone gets him, I think Simone will continue to get him. So Batista can't afford to give away a takedown. I just want in this fight, Batista has to avoid Ricky Simone getting a head start. That means can't have Ricky Simone blast out the gate, throwing them heavy, tight combinations and constant wrestling. No. Slow that thing down. Slow it at the pace. You know what I mean? Slow it. Limit the kicks. Throw a couple more jabs out there like normal. Jabs to the body. Then work your way into kicks to the body. Fast kicks because you don't want him to grab the leg and counter for a takedown. and surprise his takedown attempts with the knees. Ricky Simon is all about feints. Feint that, level changes, get Mario Batista open so you can either land this takedown or land a big shot on him. Ricky Simon is fast, but Ricky Simon he got good power on his shots. I've seen people rocked. I've seen him drop people before, especially when he can land an uppercut. So you got to put those things on him, man. Make him pay. That's going to be a dope fight. Jim Miller versus Gabriel Benitez is next here at lightweight. Miller, the OG, he's looking for UFC 300. And he may get it. But he's chilling with Gabriel Benitez, longtime member of American Kickboxing Academy, who's supposed to have Cain Velasquez in his corner for this one. We'll see, man. 35 years old. A plethora of fights. 19 wins by finish, 4 wins by decision. He's been stopped by strikes 4 times, submitted twice, lost by decision 4 times. But boy, oh boy, that record, man, in his last couple of fights has been bad. It's like he's exchanging wins with some losses and wins with some losses. The last person he beat is Charlie Altaveros, and I don't even think Altaveros fights in the company no more. Altaveros was the dude trying to find his weight class. Let me see what happened. He was trying to fight as a welterweight, I think it was. Was he a welterweight or a middleweight? One of the two. And Kevin Holland slammed him and dislocated his shoulder or some shit like that. Then he got beat up in another weight class. Then he fought this dude Benitez. Benitez tore him to shreds. Who else? Steve Garcia beat him up too. Man, he ain't got a win yet. So that was it, man. But I like this fight though. Benitez got a lot of heart. He got a lot of heart, man. Crazy heart. He'll go in there and he'll box with anybody, kickbox with whoever. He's got some stellar wins by finish. He's had some epic wars with some people. I want to see where this one goes, man, because you're going up against Jim Miller, 36 and 17, 40 years old, man. 5'8", 71-inch reach. Representing Jersey all day, every day. 26 wins by finish. 19 by submission, 7 by strikes. 10 wins by decision. He's lost 12 times by decision, though, with only 2 losses by strikes and 3 losses by submission. That is a hell of a thing to say. Last one, Jesse Butler. Stopped that dude in 23 seconds. Yep, I remember that one. Left hook, uppercut. Dude came in there thinking like, yo, I'm going to fight this dude. I'm going to put him away. Pop, pop, that was it. And then Butler had a whole bad showing the next fight. He got stopped again. This is crazy because they're almost both on even ground. Benitez is about 5 years older than Jim Miller. But the thing is, even though I say that, Jim Miller is still staying active. He's improving still. And he's managing to fight and hang in there with the young guys, man. Benitez, don't get me wrong. You know, he's fought, but a lot of these fights have been unnecessary wars where, you know, Miller's had the time to have the breaks, to have certain fights go his way, and he fights smart. Benitez has always been gung-ho. Not enough of the wrestling. Has always been a lot more of the let's stand here in the pocket and throw punches, and you eating shit for no reason. That's not it. You want to entertain the fans, but bro, it's okay if you have a wrestling ability, use your wrestling ability. You know what I mean? You don't gotta go and drop kick everybody, you know what I mean? But for Benitez, look for your counter shots, man. You a good striker. Use your legs to kick, man. I want to see you throw punches, but not just throw punches, but throw kicks, throw knees. You're a full-fledged mixed martial artist. Bring those skills because Jim Miller, he ain't fucking around, bro. He gonna go out there and he gonna do his thing. And God bless. Because you gonna need it. So go out there and have yourselves a good fight. For Jim Miller, it's gonna be what it is. Get in there, make this fight gritty and grisly. Clinches, takedown attempts, take the back if you need to. We know what we get when we see in a Jim Miller fight. It's gonna be a nasty fight, nasty, gritty style fight where you don't know what direction is gonna go, but you're gonna enjoy that motherfucker for sure. We gonna watch Jim Miller take this trip, man. Because he wins this one here, we may see him in 300, and if he's fighting at 300, I really look forward to seeing who he faces. For real. The next fight is your co-main event. Mateusz Nicolau versus Manel Kape. Number 5 versus number 6. Manel Kape has been on the tear. Manel Kape calling people the F word. The 6-letter F word. You could cut it down to 3. Jesus. Represent Extreme Couture now. Not American Kickboxing Academy, but Extreme Couture. 30 years old. Angola. Now this is Las Vegas. See that? 16 wins by stoppage, 11 strikes, 5 by submission, 3 wins by decision. He's never been stopped to strikes, but has been submitted twice and lost the decision 4 times. He's on an impressive 4-fight win streak so far now, beating O'Day Osborne, Zalgas Zumagulov. Well, he stopped both of those guys, O'Day and Zalgas. Beating the bricks off of David Dvorak. And then went through that war with Felipe Dos Santos. Oh, my God. This is a rematch from the 2021 fight they had back in March, where Mateus won by split decision. Explosive power, sneaky footwork, soul crushing striking ability. You're going up against the beast, though, from Nova União. 19-3-1. 31-year-old Mateusz Nicolau. Our boy got 10 finishes. 5 by submission, 5 by strikes. 9 wins by decision. He's only been stopped by strikes. His only losses came from strikes. 3 losses came from strikes. And the last one stung. Brandon Royval stopped him with the knee and punches to get his opportunity at the title against Alexandre Pantoja. Before that, though, he was on a stellar 4-fight win streak when he beat Manel Kape by split decision, beat Tim Elliott, beat David Dvorak, then beat Matt Schnell. The husband or boyfriend of one Luana Pinheiro This guy is Nova Union personified. A fast dude who got fast strikes, big overhand, nasty kick. Well, I like his knees a lot more than his kicks, but he could throw a pretty good head kick. I like his knees though. I like his close in tie work. I like the way he uses his elbows at times. I like his jujitsu. Nova Union specialties. Um, with this one, you got to mix it up. Clinch game striking, range striking. Whatever Manel Cop does to try to close distance, stay out of distance. And then you try to change the distance of your own. Keep the fight at your pace. Because anyhow you let Manel Cop take control of this fight, you're going to get hurt. That's a fact. But no. But no. Manel's going to work. He's gonna fight. He's gonna fight anti-wrestler mode. So if you're trying to grapple a takedown, he's gonna throw you off. He'll take the takedown only if it presents itself, so he can seal the rounds. And he's gonna look to hit you. Big kicks to the body, big kicks to the legs, big punch combinations. He has a funky way of how he throws punches. So if you're gonna counter, you gotta counter with tight strikes, straight strikes, and then make sure you're weaving out because his hands are quick. So even if you try to counter one of his shots, he could counter that shot with a shot of his own. So you have to be very, very careful. Have a good fight. Have a good fight. I think Manel Cop is going to take this rematch, though. I think Cop could get this rematch. I think he learned the lessons from the first time they fought, and with the steam of momentum that he's picked up, I think he goes out here and he gets himself one. This division is wide open now, man. Pantoja's out here. Orval just got finished. Freaking Davison Figueiredo went up the division. Brandon Moreno got a fight coming up. Yo, the division is anybody's for the taking. And we got the main event. I don't even want to spend time talking about this main event, to be honest with you, because we've already seen it. And it ended in controversy. Why? I don't know why. But it's number 3, Magomed Ankalaev versus number 7, Johnny Walker. Brazil versus Russia. And when we're looking at the stats here, 6'3" Magomed Ankalaev versus 6'6" Johnny Walker. 75 inches go to Magomed in the reach. 82 inches go on the reach for Johnny Walker. Magomed got a 46-inch leg reach advantage, but Johnny Walker has a 44 and a half. This is gonna be just like the last fight. This is what I see. Magomed Ankalaev has the skill set to win this fight and win this fight convincingly. This is Magomed Ankalaev's fight to lose. He goes in there, he can box really well, but sometimes he's lackadaisical with it. And he'll allow people to come in and take over on him, man. You gotta fight aggressive. Get the jabs in there. Fight using your boxing. Close distance, get a takedown, or use the clinch to wear on your opponents and beat them up. That's it. Takedown, ground and pound, beat them up. Beat them up wherever his fight goes. Johnny Walker, you're tall. you use range. Range kicks, range punches, knees. Don't get taken down. Throw a good lead leg kick. If Ankalaev tries to close distance on you, use your short range elbows and knees to get out of there or to make him pay for it. That's it. I don't know what else to say. Like this fight's happening again. And it's like, honest to God, I don't want to see it again. Like, I used to be excited to see a Magomed Ankalaev fight, but it's the fan base and the result of his last couple fights that made me look and go, yeah, man, I don't want to see this dude fight no more. I don't. It don't interest me, man. But I hope the both of these guys bring it. They go out there, they fight this style fight. This fight actually is an eventful fight. There's no controversy behind it or anything. Hopefully, hope to God there isn't. So you can see the rest, so you can see where this division is moving towards, because this shit is crazy, man. Alex Pereira has the title. We're not gonna see Jamal Hill till later this year. He's talking about International Fight Week. He'll probably return. He'll be able to return. Bro, if Alex Pereira has the title, Jay Prohaska is about to fight this other dude. This joint's wide open for anybody to win the goddamn title too. Like, shit crazy, man. Shit crazy. I'm about to be like, yo, Izzy, fight for the light heavyweight title, my man. Like, something. Shit. It's just frustrating. So frustrating. But yo, I don't really have nothing else to say. I'm just happy that we got fights this weekend, and we got fights this weekend again, yo. It was nearly a month streaming there, but I'm glad the group could come through and we could watch it. So come through Friday, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific for one. Saturday, I think we start at 4. Saturday, 4 Eastern, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific for the UFC Fight Night card. And after that, we're going to watch boxing on the same stream. We'll put everything on one stream. We'll double header it. And that's it, man. So my name is Mr. B. I'm here. You're trying to find me? Find me on New Year's same B at Mr. B 1986. I gotta change my profile picture and all that stuff. All that jazz. I'll do it though. If I don't remember this month, then next month for sure. Catch me on OK Live, Mr. B. I have a picture of Laura Sanko. I'll probably change that picture too. Cause I always put female people. MMA for me personality. And I'll be on this late night parents with random Bell Kings. Well, we did the fantasy football, but we're still talking football because they got post. We're in the wild card this weekend. My team made it, but we got to play the Bills now. Thanks to the Bills. The Bills beat Miami last week. So now we got to play the Bills, and Miami's playing the Chiefs, right? The Texans play the Browns, and the Lions are playing the Rams, right? Yeah. So, if I remember that right, do I remember that right? Yeah. Browns playing the Texans. The Packers play the Cowboys. Rams, Lions. Eagles, Buccaneers. I was gonna say Eagles, Buffalo. Yeah, man, this is crazy. Look at this. 6 games. Browns, Texans, Steelers, Bills, Rams, Lions, Dolphins, Chiefs, Packers, Cowboys, Eagles, Buccaneers. One of these teams got to play the goddamn Ravens. Oh, shoot. Ugh. Can you imagine the Chiefs on a wild card game? God damn. Wild card. Wild card. What the fuck? like, that's so crazy to me. That's so crazy to me, man. Yep. One of these teams got to play the goddamn Ravens, and one of these teams got to play the 49ers. Oh, my God. But, yo, I'm out of here, man. It's Mr. B. We're back to watching fights this weekend. I'm super hyped. You guys be good, be easy, take care, and I'll see y'all. If you're gonna come check me out on OK Live, it's a downloadable app. Check me there. If not, see me on Thursday here on YouTube or Twitch for Late Night Parents. I'm out of here. Enjoy the rest of your week. Till we see each other. Peace.